Alright, morning everyone. Been lapping around all morning, so it's a day after delivery. Clocked up almost 200 k's I think this morning, just driving the missus around. So yeah, been a bit of a taxi. Went out in the hills again for a coffee, back again. So yeah, going really well, and it pretty much rained the whole time we were driving. So the ceramic coat I did last night, finished at 5:30, something like that, and so 5:30 this morning, it needs 12 hours to cure, so it was fine. And you can see here, there's one little bit of water there, and the rest is dry. It's just, as soon as you start driving, it just comes off. The windscreen wipers work really good. Not a mark on the black roof. I haven't touched it. That's pretty much the worst thing you can do is come back after a rain and start drying it, because you're going to have sand and stuff, and then that's how you put the little swirls in it. So it's best just to leave it dirty, wash it properly, and that's it. That little Bluetooth thing is quite surprising. The Bluetooth wireless Android Auto adapter works really well. That's unbelievable. So that worked all morning without, it does drop out. It says Bluetooth drop out or something like that, but like 2 seconds later it kicks back in, so all good. I let some air out of the tyres because I had too much air in the tyres. So I've still got to let another couple PSI out of the front. The rears are fine, but the front needs a couple out. And I've taken the number plate off, and I've already been and come back, and I've got the new plates. So handed in my old blue and whiteys, and I've got these nice black and silvers, so they're going to match the car heaps better. And then I went to Super Cheap and got so it'll look quite nice with a little border and that thing on them. And so I think the back we're going to do now, I think I've got all the tools that I can I think that's all you're going to need, is probably not even them. I think you just need these. So we'll do the back now, because the back requires zero modification. But the front, I'm going to have to take this big plinth off, because you can see here, I'll put this down. You can see here, it's massive. So yeah, it's way too big. So I'll have to, it doesn't even, I don't think any of the holes actually match up. They do, yes they do. These two outers. So that's good. Yeah, two outers will match up. Yeah, easy. But I still want to trim it down, so yeah, without losing too much strength. I might leave the top and then just, yeah, we'll sort it out anyway. But you can see there, it's the sides and the bottom is just too big. So yeah, we'll take this off, take it in the shed. We'll get the Dremel or the angle grinder, probably the angle grinder. We'll do a nicer cut with a 1mm cutting disc, and yeah, it'll look much better than that. So all good. All right, so let's lift the door up, because there's not enough room at the back of the car with the door down. And I'll clean all, just get rid of the fingerprints off this. There's some fingerprints on there, so I'll get rid of the fingerprints, clean the inside of this, and we'll put the back one on. I reckon that's going to be pretty easy. There's no cutting, nothing to do. So and I do have in a box somewhere, I think it's around the corner outside, I've got the anti-theft number plate bolt kit from AliExpress. So we'll use all the parts out of that. Actually comes with like washers and felt washers, rubber washers, and all the nuts and bolts you could ever imagine. And they're black as well, not silver. The original ones that came with the car were silver. So we'll have nice matching black ones. It's cool. So yeah, let's get on to the back. Just got a spring and a flat washer. security bolt. I hope it doesn't rain. Just lost a couple drops. And I didn't show you, but there's padding on the. I won't take it off, but yeah, comes with little padding strips, so that way it's not metal on straight on your paint here. It's a good little kit. They're only about $12 or something, $10 off AliExpress. Comes with heaps of stuff, some stuff that you won't even use. And you can get black or silver. So that's pretty handy. That rag just blew away. It is really windy today, and it's going to rain soon. I can see it coming. That's so much better. Yep, that's tight. That's tight. And then this is going up and down if you really care about it. I think it just squeezes on. Oh, oh, this is going to be tricky. I can't do it on my knees. I'll fast forward this bit. There's going to be some swearing, I'm pretty sure. Just went in a puddle. Oh, that's much better. Okay, sorted. Car's a little bit dirty at the back there, but yeah, don't go grinding on it. That looks cool. That's much better. I'm going to take them off before they go through the tyre. Okay, so I got the holes lined up. I'm not cutting any of the top because the top is actually a lip that it sits on. It's the sides that we can do without, and I'll just put a texture mark around, and then I'm going to cut on the inside of the texture. If that makes sense, I'm going to cut on the on this side of the texture, so that way the texture mark goes with the scrap, and it's just under the plate, and so you shouldn't see any plastic. And making sure, see, there's these bits have to stay, which they will, and I suppose these bits would be nice, but we're going to lose half of them. Yeah, but I don't think they do much. They probably just stop it from swinging around, but these bolts are pretty substantial that hold this to the car, so that's cool. So I'm just literally gonna probably use the what's the name, angle grinder. Straighten these up right to the edge. Right. Cool, that's it. Alright, I'll get back to you when I finish cutting. Okay, there we go. So I use the angle grinder to cut the big big cuts. I used the Dremel just to with the disc on it to cut that. Then I used the sanding drum on the Dremel just to flatten it out a bit. But if you've ever cut this plastic with anything fast spinning, all it does is just melt and then ball up on the end. So once you kind of got it how you want it, you're best off with one of these. Can't remember what they're called. Left over from my 3D printing, guys. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. But it's a sharp. It does metal as well, but it works perfect on plastic. So that's up that way. So that's all we're going to see like that. So you won't see anything around the sides or the bottom, and you'll just have a bit of you won't even see the top bit because it's up under the bumper. So I'm not worried about that, but I don't want to cut this because you're going to lose strength. That's kind of where all the strength is and kind of where it grips onto. So all good. One other little probably trick I might try. Same from the 3D printing because it's similar. I think this is ABS plastic. Leaves fur everywhere, so what I might do now is just get my heat gun. You can see there's like little hairs everywhere. I'll just get my heat gun and it'll melt all the little hairs all in. So let's try that. Yep, perfect. Smooth it all off. Yep, that looks good from the front. No, you can't see it anyway, but at least it's tidy. Yeah, there we go. So you got to get the gun nice and hot. There we go. Happy with that? Spot on. Yep. Happy with that. I've kind of, that's where the cut was, so I don't know if these are actually going to do anything now. They should do, but I'll just fit it, and if they don't, I'll just bring some pliers with me and I'll just snip them off. I've got some like close snipping on, so I'll just bring them with me, and if they're not actually doing anything, they're going to make noise or rattle or something, I'll cut them off. But if they're doing something, they can stay. Alright, back in the garage, and we're going to get this plate on. Alright, hopefully there's enough light. I've got all the lights on, so hopefully there's enough here. So I pretty much put this back with its supplied screws. So it's got its own little place where it goes. And then, yeah, those things click in. Actually what I'll do is, instead of putting that on first, put this on, because it kind of holds itself there. There we go. It clicks in. So there's two little like little arms that you have to, if you want to take it off, you push them down. But otherwise they click in. This bit clicks in. Yeah, that clicks in. So it's flat. And like that's on. That's not coming off. And then we'll put this up. Yeah, that's easier because then the holes definitely do line up. You can get relocation kits, because I think there's a tow hook thing just there, so you can get a little kit that goes there, but yeah, not for me. And you can't put them any lower because that's the sensor for the radar cruise control. There we go, nice and tight, like that. Cool. Alright, and then I've already given this a bit of a wipe down, but I'll probably wipe it down once it's up there. Then we need these bolts. And this thing. I don't know if there's a standard bolt for a number plate, but it just so happens that the bolt that comes with the AliExpress kit is the same thread that's already on here. So I don't know if I lucked out or if it's a standard thing, I'm not sure. First time I've ever changed oil plates on a car. Oh, I didn't show you again, but yeah, believe me, there's a heap. I've probably got about 10 pieces of stick-on felt, so that when it clamps on, it doesn't move. It doesn't rattle. That's a good looking number plate. That's much better than the standard. Really good. Okay, that's tight. Yep, that's tight. And then you can feel it really grip on. Okay, and then this thing. Give that a clean, because otherwise you can't get into it later. And that's up. I'm almost tempted to get some super glue and just to glue these down, but we'll see how they go. I mean, if they fall off, I don't get a second chance. Probably wouldn't even know that it's fallen off. But yeah, they're on there, and then they're on there. It's a pretty simple idea, but yeah. So I haven't got this one. The foam that comes with the protector is quite thick, so you really need it. It feels like you're almost going to break it. But yeah, they're on. Cool. It's kind of scented. There we go. That's better. Yep. I didn't check the back one for center, but it looked alright. Give it one more. This is just fully. It's got a UV. That's why I'm using it on this. I did have. I think it was on the wagon. I had these, but they weren't the ones with the lines in it. I don't know if that's any different. I had the ones with the lines on the Tirana. I had them for years and never broke, nothing. Then I bought ones without the lines for the wagon, and they lasted about a year. And both of them, front and back, just went all yellow with the UV. I never really treated them like I'm doing now, but yeah, I don't know what happened. So that's why I got the ones with the lines in them this time, because I've had good luck with them. But all good. So that's easy. So that is much better than the white and blue number plate that you guys seen before. And I mean, if someone wants to steal this thing, they can steal it. There's not much I can do about that. The only thing I could do, you're going to notice it though, is drill a hole through the plastic, and then use a zip tie to zip tie it on, and you could just do it on one. The only thing, you'll see the zip tie, it's going to look shit. So for what they're worth, I think I'll just leave it. It's not like I'm going to go leave the car in the middle of the hood somewhere. And I don't know what the black market retail is on a slimline number plate protector, so whatever. I'll leave it as is. Alright, well I think that's it. While I was at the shop buying the number plate protectors, I wanted to get this stuff as well. Same brand that I've been. All this is the same brand. All Bowden's. It's pretty good. I like it. It's I used their tyre for the first time. Their tyre dressing. It probably needs another coat, but I like that sheen. I don't like it super shiny. Like you've just used olive oil on it. I don't like that. I like this coating, and it's really nice. And they reckon it's kind of like a ceramic coating for your tyres. But the finish it gives is unbelievable. And all I do is I don't spray it onto the tyre because those tyres are a bit thin. So I just spray it into a brush and just brush it on. So I'm going to dedicate that to wheels, and then I'm going to probably dedicate this one. That's why I got it out, to this stuff. I'm going to get an engraver. I've got a little engraver in the toolbox, and I'm just going to engrave here and call it vinyl. Call that one wheels, just so you don't cross-contaminate things. And apparently this stuff is really good for all your plastics, all that black plastic down there. It doesn't really have a lot of plastic on it. It's got a little bit down there, none at the back, and just that. So pretty good. But I mean, I use it on this car because this car definitely needs it. Needs it there. I think it's got some at the back as well for the bumper. Yeah, it's got some up there underneath, where the tow bar is. Oh, yeah, some there. I think there's some at the front. So yeah, that'll be good for that. But yeah, cool. All right, well this battery's almost flat because I haven't charged it from yesterday. So I think we'll call it. And she's done. I'm liking the look of that. Not that I can really see because it's a bit tight in the garage. I don't have anywhere to go really, but yeah, FCH664 it is. She was pretty close to giving me 666, and she said, "Oh, you're lucky. You're two people. You know, the next person will get 665, and then the person after that's going to get 666. You can't pick the number plate. If you want to pick your number plate, it's about $600, and you don't have those. You can put like as long as it's available, you can have any combination of 8. I think there's 8 or 6 characters you can have. So you can have like N400Z if you're stupid and call them 400Zs. It's not what they're called, but you can have RZ34, whatever you want. As long as no one's taking it, you can have whatever you want. But that's like $600. These are only 150, 160 bucks. So, but you don't get to choose. You just get the next one. I don't care what it says. I'm not into personalised plates. I wanted the colour change. That was my main issue. Was there's nothing else white or blue on the car apart from the number plate. It looked a bit funny, so now the number plate matches the car, looks a bit more sleek, so all good. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it. I'll give you, I mean, I've only done 200 Ks in it, so I can't really give a proper review, but a couple of things I don't like. Let me see if I can remember. Nothing on the outside. I'm going to get this wrapped. I'm already sick of that. So that might happen next week. I'm going to take, there's a wrap shop down the road for me, and I'm going to get this all wrapped in black, the same as the roof, just a shiny black to finish that off so you don't have that contrast. So yeah, that'll go. What else is there? It's mainly in the interior. The steering wheel, I'm not a fan of the steering wheel. It's a bit thin. I got big hands, so that's probably why. You can get a really nice cover, so I might try and find one that fits that perfect and it bulks it up a bit, but I like a thicker steering wheel. That's quite thin. This part of the door, again, it's my size. It's not anything to do with the car, but I like to rest my elbow up here, and there's not quite enough ledge to do it. You're always going to be rubbing your elbow on the tint there. Not a big, you can kind of see where I've already worn like a little patch there. I've taken the coating off, but yeah, so I'll have to top that up. But with the window down, it'll be fine, but it was cold today and it was raining, so I couldn't do it. So yeah, it is a bit high, but I have got the seat right down, so that's the only thing there. The stereo is pretty good. Everyone was whinging about the stereo. It's good enough. Like, I know it's Bose, and Bose is pretty mediocre. I mean, they got a name for themselves, but as far as actual sound quality, there's way better brands than Bose, especially in cars. I think Bose is more suited to home theatre, but yeah, in cars, I don't think you can even buy Bose stuff from a car stereo shop. They wouldn't even sell it. But it sounds alright. It does fine. I've got the bass jacked right up. And yeah, that's the only way it kind of sounds half decent. So, but it's plenty. So that's cool. Road noise is pretty big, pretty loud in this car. When the road's smooth, it's Mickey Mouse. It's pretty quiet. But when it's a semi-rough road, like you wouldn't even hear it in this car. Well, a little bit, but not much. This thing's quite loud. But you got to remember the tyres are 800 mil a metre away from your head, whereas in here it's like 2 meters. So it's a much smaller thing. So that's all that is. Next week we'll do another video. I'm going to rip everything out of the boot, including the sub that's going to come out in the spare tyre well, and I'm going to put the sound deadening in there, and hopefully that might fix that. I've got some 3mm foam to go under the sub. Probably put the sound deadening first, the stick-on stuff, then the 3mm matting. It's pretty much the same stuff I got on the bench there. That protective layer on the bench is some of that stuff and some other stuff. So yeah, we'll take everything out. We'll give it acetone, just clean it up with alcohol, probably not acetone, just alcohol. Stick that the sticky stuff down first, and then make another mat as much as I can out of the 3mm foam. and that should quieten it down. Another thing, the accelerator, it feels sticky. I'm hoping I'll either get used to it or it's going to wear in. It's probably because it's brand new, but right from zero, it feels like you need to push it over the edge a little bit, and then all of a sudden it goes, and she takes off pretty quick. It's not smooth, but I suspect that is a combination of me getting used to it and it's brand new, so it'll wear in and hopefully go good. But otherwise, I can't fault it. It's really nice to drive, pretty smooth. You can actually have a conversation while driving, whereas the Tirana, that wasn't really possible because it was a bit loud. But everything's within an arm reach. Aircon heater works really good. It wasn't that cold today, so I didn't get to test the heated seats out. But yeah, other than those little gripes, which will probably fade away, I can fix the road noise. Yeah, so got into it today up to about 5,000 RPM, and I can pretty much almost say that it is faster than the Tirana. Well, it feels faster. Combination of the way you're sitting in it, and it's lower, but it's definitely not as loud, but it pushes you back in the seat quite nicely. The Tirana used to, but that used to take a while to wind up, whereas the fun in this starts quite low. I thought it was going to be quite high, but from what it feels like, it's from 3,000 to 6,000. Not that I've got it up to 6 or 7,000, but it just feels like it just wants to keep going. Whereas the Tirana kind of falls off the cliff at about 5.5, whereas this is still party time at 5.5. So yeah, pretty cool. So it will be good. I can't wait to rack the K's up and get into it. So yeah, should be good. Anyway, battery's on the red, so I'm going to go have a good one, and yeah, we'll do some more videos eventually. I'd say the next video is going to be the sound deadening, so we'll get that out, get that out of the way, and check out the sub. I think from memory it's got 2 4-inch little sub things in it, but I mean, it sounds fine. It's not bad enough to change and lose boot space or spend 1,500 to $2,000 to change that subwoofer. You can, the JBL make one that'll fit in that exact spot, but the car you got to run a wire from the battery and rip up the interior, and I'm not interested in doing that. It's not that bad. If it was really bad, I would definitely change it. But no, it's not that bad, so I'm going to leave it. The exhaust is even growing on me, and I've only had it 2 days, so that may not be changing, but it might. When I let the door up next time, I'll show you underneath. I might actually take a picture because I don't think it'll be all out of focus because it's too close. You can get an axle back system for this. This has got a big muffler right in the back that both banks feed into, and then it's got a big muffler, and then the tips come out of the muffler. So you can get an axle back, so it gets rid of that muffler and it's just straight through, and then it just leaves the resonators in the middle. So that might be an option for more sound, but I don't want it to sound crap, if you know what I mean. And then the rest of the system is 1 5/8 inch exhaust, which is too small. It really needs 2 1/4. So if you do an axle back, you're only really doing it for sound. You're not going to get any performance at all. If you do a cat back at 2 1/4, get rid of all the mufflers and resonators and everything, just make it a straight through. It's going to be quiet because the turbos just kill the noise. It's going to sound, it might be sounding too loud for me. Other people might like it, but you will pick up performance because of you're increasing the diameter of the flow. It flows a bit better. So, but yeah, that's for 6 months down the track, probably. Not anything soon. So all good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time with the next project, doing inside the boot deck. Catch us.